What's up, everybody? Justin here, back with a Major League Wrestling MLW review. This happened Thursday or Friday, Saturday maybe. Anyways, it happened over WrestleMania weekend in New York, at some thing is called Melrose Ballroom. So it happened in New York. I just got to watch it last night, and I enjoyed it. This is my review of MLW Battle Riot 2. Battle Riot 2. Where the Battle Riot, if you don't know what it is, it's a 40-man over-the-top rope battle royal. Also, you can eliminate the opponents in the battle royal by pinfall or submission. Also, you can use weapons. So up first, we had a MLW middleweight championship matchup. The middleweight champion, Teddy Hart of the Hart Foundation. Teddy Hart defending the middleweight championship against, I don't like how my hair looks, but who cares? Teddy Hart defends the middleweight championship against Ace Austin. I don't know who this guy is. Ace Austin, I believe he was. Guy's an indie worker. I know Ace Austin was a part of Impact Wrestling's big show they had in New Jersey over WrestleMania weekend. I think he's in Ultimate X. Teddy Hart defends against Ace Austin. Teddy Hart wins and retains the middleweight championship after it. He's interviewed on the floor. He's being interviewed. And he's in the face of MJF and two of, who's the other guy? Richard Holiday, MJF, and some other guy. I forgot his name. But MJF has like a little group of three guys. They're feuding with the Hart Foundation and MLW. Hart Foundation is three guys also. Brian Pillman Jr., Davey Boy Smith Jr., and Teddy Hart. So Teddy Hart gets in their face and cuts a pretty good promo. Says, you two got no balls. He says, your two balls are in this guy's mouth. Then he rips him saying, this guy's the biggest balls of them all. So Teddy Hart wants to shake the hand, offers to shake the hand of Richard Holiday. He says, I'm not going to shake your hand. I'm not shaking your hand. He pie faces Teddy Hart. And Teddy Hart gets up and is about to attack him, but bam! MJF with a champagne bottle breaks a champagne bottle over the effing head of Teddy Hart. It's like getting glass out of his head and hair. I don't know if it's a real bottle, but if it was, ow. That looked like it effing hurt. So Teddy Hart, after he got hit with that champagne bottle broken over his head, later in Battle Riot, he was supposed to be a part of it. They say Teddy Hart is not a part of it because he has a concussion and he's in the hospital. By the way, on commentary was the legendary Jim Cornette and Rich Bocchini. The guy used to be in NXT. So up next, we had the MLW World Championship. MLW World title on the line. Filthy Tom Lawler, former UFC fighter. Tom Lawler defends the MLW World title. If you didn't know, he defeated Low Key in February in a steel cage. I believe, what was that show called? I don't remember the name of the show, but it was a big show in Chicago. So Tom Lawler defends the MLW World Heavyweight Championship against Jimmy Havoc. Maybe you heard of that guy before. I have, and I've seen him before. Jimmy Havoc's very good. The guy's like, I would say he's mostly like a hardcore wrestler. Does a lot of hardcore matches, a lot of gimmick matches, and the guy bleeds a lot. It's like every single match he's in, the guy's bleeding. So Jimmy Havoc, Tom Lawler have a pretty good hardcore match. It was basically like a street fight. They brought doors and tables, like plywood. They set up as tables. So broken tables, a staple gun to the forehead of Tom Lawler. Tom Lawler is bleeding a lot. Jimmy Havoc takes out the referee in the match for some reason. Chairs used, tables, staple guns. The referee's taken out, but Tom Lawler wins and retains the world title. So then another match on this about an hour 46 minute episode of MLW Battle Riot 2. I skipped over one of the matches. I don't remember who was in it. So let's review the Battle Riot 2. Battle Riot 2, number 1. 40 men, 40 wrestlers in Battle Riot. So I remember last year's Battle Riot. I did a live reaction to it. Check it out, I believe, in the MLW playlist of reviewing MLW. So number one in Battle Riot 2, number 1 was MJF. He gets on the mic and rips the crowd in New York. That's pretty funny. Number 2. Who is number 2? MMA legend, UFC legend, UFC Hall of Famer. The guy that was in the UFC when they really first started and got popular and got off the ground when they were still no holds barred fights. So number 2, Dan the Beast Severn. Yes, the Beast is back. The Beast was unleashed. He's not back full time, but it's good to see Dan Severn. Dan Severn, UFC 4 tournament winner. Some guy came out with the UFC Ultimate Fighting Championship belt, I believe from UFC 4 pay-per-view. I actually have UFC 4 on DVD. It's a pretty crazy event. And Dan Severn was the real deal. The guy was legit tough. Great amateur wrestler. And the guy's damn good Ultimate fighter. So Dan Severn, again, UFC 4 champion, also former NWA World Heavyweight champion. Also, Dan Severn is 61 years old. He didn't look that old. I don't think he did. He didn't look 61. He looked like 51. Still in decent, good shape. He threw out a couple belly-to-belly suplexes. A lot of German suplexes. So Dan Severn was number 2. MJF number 1. Dan Severn lasted probably 25, 30 minutes. Number 3 was La Parka's son. L.A. Park's son. I forget the guy's name. But he wears the same gear, same mask, skeleton face mask. Wears the same type gear his dad does. Number 4, never heard of this guy before. Think he's from AAA or CMLL, one of those companies, I think. Maybe he's in Lucha Underground. I don't know. But number 4, Airwolf. Airwolf. Mask wrestler. Number 5, Minoru. I think I'm saying that right. Minoru Tanaka. Japanese wrestler. I don't know what company he works for. Maybe Pro Wrestling Noah or 01 in Japan. I'm not sure where he works, but the guy looked pretty good. Number 6, I don't know, number 9 or 10. I'm going to skip over a couple names. I'm not going to read everybody that was in it. Number 9 or 10, Pentagon Jr. Number 11, or maybe not. No, that was later on. So other guys in the Battle Riot, you had Ace Romero. Big guy, super heavyweight. You had another big guy from WXW in Germany. Another big guy. I forget his name. In Battle Riot 2, you had talent from MLW. UFC Hall of Famer. Talent probably from Mexico. WXW Impact Wrestling. A lot of good talent in Battle Riot 2. So again, you are eliminated by over the top rope or pinfall or submission. So no Teddy Hart. They explained on commentary he has a concussion. Rich Swan was in Battle Riot 2. And what's his name? Barrington Hughes, super heavyweight, guy's like 500 pounds. I think he's 400, but he looks 500. Barrington Hughes. He tossed out like 5 or 6 wrestlers, I believe. Or no, 5. I'm wrong. Barrington Hughes was eliminated by 5 or 6 wrestlers when they all picked him up, threw him over the top. Simon Gotch did a run-in. I guess he was in it, but he got taken out by security. So Simon Gotch and 2 other guys, they're in like a group in MLW in a faction. One of them's, they kept calling Fatu, not Rikishi Fatu, but a different Fatu, a Samoan wrestler. They're calling Fatu. They're in a group. 3-man group. Their name is Contra something. So they attack like every mid-carder in the Battle Riot. Simon Gotch starts pouring. The guy's a can of gasoline. And he starts pouring gasoline on 3 other wrestlers. He soaks them in gasoline. Another wrestler from the group, Contra, lights up a lighter. He's about to set 3 guys on fire. And that security rushes a ring. I think it was the old security guards that used to work for the ECW arena, because they called them Atlas Security. They rush into the ring and they stop it. No one's going to get lit on fire during the Battle Riot. Sometimes, I'm not going to say MLW crosses a line. They do not, in my opinion. But in the past, they did do a story where Loki pretended to stab Conan in the back with a knife and a box cutter. He's like stabbing Conan. That's pretty extreme. And then you pour lighter fluid on or gasoline. Pouring gasoline on 3 guys, it's not going too far. It's just wrestling, and MLW's trying to be different. I thought it was funny. And then they explain Contra's taken out, and they were in the streets of New York with 6 police officers, and they've been handcuffed and taken in jail. But at the end of the Battle Riot episode of MLW Battle Riot 2, Contra would appear again with their handcuffs taken off. So other talent in the ring. Brian Pillman Jr. comes out. He super kicks MJF, and MJF is eliminated by a super kick. Davey Boy Smith Jr. Also David, whatever you want to call the guy. Harry Smith is his real name, but Davey Boy Smith Jr. He's in it with Brian Pillman Jr. as a Heart Foundation. They were trying to work together. LAX comes out from Impact. LAX comes out with Conan. Conan, LAX are in the Battle Riot. Low Key comes out. He's in it. La Parka is in the Battle Riot. They like to call him LA Park, but I still like to call him La Parka, the chairman of WCW. La Parka's gained a lot of weight, but the guy can still really move and still really go. He's still got it. So La Parka's in with like a mini step stool he's using as a chair. BWO, after the countdown clock is over, BWO symbol goes on the screen. BWO logo. It's the Blue Mini. Blue Mini's in the Battle Riot. Sami Callihan is in it with a baseball bat. He's using a baseball bat. I forget the guy wrestler's name. He was like super skinny. He gets tossed out in about 15 to 20 seconds over the top rope. So it's down to Davey Boy Smith, La Parka still in. Number 40 was Richard Holiday, part of MJF's faction. So the final two, I would have Davey Boy Smith Jr. win, but he got eliminated. The final two were Sami Callihan and Sami Callihan and La Parka. Sami Callihan and La Parka are the final two. La Parka wins. Thank God Sami Callihan did not. La Parka wins Battle Riot 2. Out comes his manager, Selena De La Renta. My God, she's smoking hot. So La Parka wins. He gets a future MLW world title shot whenever he wants it, whatever time he wants it. This was my MLW Battle Riot 2 review. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye for now.